What's up, guys? How are you? Welcome into the Friday morning edition of the Daily Juice Podcast. My name is Matt Perrault. You can follow me on Twitter at SportsTalk. We're here on BettingPros.com. We're on YouTube, wherever you get your podcasts, and we are hot. Good night last night. BetMGM, the sponsor of this podcast, if you guys were making plays at BetMGM last night and you've trailed me last night, you took down quite a bit. That was a very nice 5-0 night, and we went 2-0-1 on the pod, not the prop bets, but on the podcast on Thursday or on Wednesday, and then 5-0. So a 7-0-1 run over the last two podcasts for the Daily Juice. So we're feeling it right now. Very cool. Okay, it's a Friday. That means I give you the don't play a parlay, which is 3-12 and has had quite a bit of success. If you bet them individually, you've made quite a bit of money. So if you bet them not as a unit, as a parlay, but as an individual, we have people who are doing that, and they've made money doing this. I'm pretty good. I'm getting like 2 out of 3 consistently on this thing, and every once in a while, I'll hit. Always 3 or more legs. It's got to be plus 600. Now, you guys know about the offer from BetMGM, right? It's a $20 bet, and you win $100 regardless of the outcome using the promo code JUICE100 with BetMGM. This is a perfect time to do the parlay. $20 down. If it hits, it's plus 600, right? That's great. It's 6-1. So you're going to win a decent amount of money, right? Or it's $100. So you win either way. So this is a perfect time. If you do not have a BetMGM account, it's a perfect time to sign up using the promo code JUICE100 with BetMGM. Do the parlay. A $20 parlay will win you $100 regardless if I win or not with the parlay, and you're good to go, right? So let's do that coming up today if you haven't used that promo code for BetMGM for JUICE100 when you sign up yet. Very cool, very fun, very easy. And they also have that 10% bonus as well. I don't think you can combine the two, but you can do maybe 2 bets and you can use them either one. Use that 10% bonus in case I do hit. You get a 10% bonus on the parlays using BetMGM, that promo code JUICE100. Okay, so it was a good night. Quick recap on where we were. Red Sox was the most insane bet of 2021. That set the tone because we had no business cashing that run line bet. That was ridiculous. That was an absolute, complete and total, like, stomach-crunching roller coaster ride. Up and down. Red Sox score 4 runs in the 8th inning after being down 9-8 to win the game by 3. How? I have no idea. It's the Tigers. That's how. Which I literally wrote that bet off 3 times going, man, that sucks. You lose to the Tigers, or, man, they're going to win, but they're not going to cover the puck line, or the run line. Yep, they did that. They absolutely did that. So that was great to get that, to start the day off with day baseball, high-scoring game. The over was the play in that game, my goodness. But Red Sox do cover, and they get that minus 105, half a unit cash for us, which was nice. The Bruins on the puck line, this is where I get mad at myself, because if you want to talk about professional gamblers and you want to know how pros operate by a method where if you're in a boxing gym, and I was boxing earlier today, so there is a strategy when it comes to using your jab. This is going to get kind of into it, but you essentially paw with the jab, and I'm doing it as I'm talking to you on YouTube, so excuse me, as my hands, I'm Italian. So like you're pawing, and then you come back with a solid right. So it's like 1, 2, 3, bam, right? So you're just you're waiting for a hole to open up, and then when you see it, you go bang, okay? That's how professionals bet. They do flat wager. Some of them have, let's just say it's a $1,000 bet. It's 1,000, 1,000, 1,000. But then when they see an opportunity and they know it's going to be a good one, they come in with 10 grand. Now, you have to be able to absorb that $10,000 loss, and you have to be able to stay in your house and keep your life afloat and have a bankroll, that can withstand that. But that generally is how professionals operate, where they see opportunity and they can hammer it. And the Bruins last night, I wish I was more risk adverse. I wish I was more of a gambler, because that was as easy as it's going to get. Halfway into the third period, the Rangers had 10 shots in totality in that game. 10. Bruins win 4-0. It was a joke of a hockey game. It was so easy. It was like, bet it, turn around, and go and cash your ticket. It was so simple. And I should have bet, I should have come out there with 5 units. That should have been a 5-unit bet. And I didn't do it because that's not what I do. And so I was texting with some friends going like, I wish I had bigger cojones because I knew that was happening. Everyone knew that was happening. Rangers coming off that incredibly emotional loss. They don't have any firepower whatsoever. Their key players are hurt. They're walking into Boston after they lost to the New Jersey Devils. They need to win the game to keep ahead of the Islanders. It was just the perfect storm. That was an easy one. And professionals know how to take advantage of that. Now, you have to be able to get that much down at a book, and some books won't let you do that. But if you want to know how do pros win and how do pros operate, that's how the professionals operate, right? Jab, 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 bam, and they hit hard. That was one of those games where we should have hit hard. I didn't, but I'll take the win. I'm not going to, plus 128, not going to be mad at it, but would have been a whole lot nicer to go ahead and, turn that into a 5 or 6 unit win because it was that type of game for the Bruins. So 2 wins there from the Boston teams. That was nice. Clippers in a laugher over the Lakers, who lose Anthony Davis to, they're calling it back spasms, but looked like an ankle to me. But we'll talk more about the Lakers here in just 1 second. Davis out. Game was a laugher. Big win. Clippers minus 7.5. And then we get both player props right. So we bounce back after an 0-4 mark on the player props. We come back with 2 player props. We go 2-0. I had another baseball play, and I had the Warriors minus 13.5. I told you about that last night. I had the under, thanks to my friend Papa Bear from my radio show. I followed him and trailed his bet, so I got that right with the under for the Diamondbacks and the Marlins. And then I had the Warriors minus 13.5. We talked about that last night, that I was going to be on that personally, but I hit the Warriors minus 13.5. So all in all, a sweep of a day, and that's fun. That's really, really fun when you come in like that and you win every bet you place. And it doesn't always happen like that, but that's how you pad the bankroll, and that's how you come out really happy and excited and fired up. And if you ever want to say thank you after a big run, some of you parlayed those together and hit pretty big. I'm wearing a Daily Juice hat right now on the YouTube channel. You guys can go and check that out if you are listening to this and you want to see a Daily Juice fitted hat that I'm wearing. I always wear the Daily Juice t-shirts and sweatshirts and long sleeve shirts. That's the best way of saying thank you, to buy Daily Juice gear. 1, the gear's nice, and 2, you can support the podcast and tell everybody about the Daily Juice and be a part of the community, and that's the only thank you that you can really send to me. Twitter, by the way, is going to start allowing people to tip, which is like the worst thing ever. You can tip a user if you like their account, you can tip them. I will never ask you to tip me ever on Twitter, okay? I will never in a million years do that. There are touts who are going to do that in the industry, and it's awful. This is like, this is going back to like Boiler Room 1-900 number crap, and I cannot believe Twitter's going to do that. But you're good. Hey, you like the content? Go ahead and leave me a tip here. What? Okay. Come on, Twitter, but no. The way to say thank you is to go to fantasypros.com/shop. fantasypros.com/shop. T-shirts are $13. Hats are $16, $17. Okay, get a shirt, get a hat, support the podcast with gear. That's the way to do it. But fun night, really, really cool night. 5-0 in the podcast. A clean sweep is a huge bounce back after that 1-4 mark we had earlier in the week. 5-0 was exactly what I was looking for here to get the week back on track in a really big way. So here's the thing that I'm doing today. You guys can DM me if you want on Twitter, Instagram. It's at Sports Talk Matt. Same thing in the Discord channel. If you need to get in, bettingpros.com/chat, or the link is below me here on YouTube. You can get into the Discord channel. I asked this question in there already, but you guys can DM me and tell me what you think. So I have the opportunity today to play golf with one of the owners of BettingPros. And so I'm excited to get out there and play. And so, the question is, I don't know if one of these guys, if he can play golf or not. My guess is he's okay. But, do I beat the owner, or do I, sandbag and let him beat me? I don't know how to approach this. I'm just for reference, when I am playing golf, and I've been playing a little bit here, but when I play a lot, I'm a 10 handicap. When I play as much as I am right now, I'm probably like a 15 right now. But it's not abnormal for me to shoot 80 on a par 72, 7,000-yard course. That's not abnormal when I'm playing. So I've broken 80 consistently in my life. And my low is 72. I've never broken par on a par 72, 7,000-yard course. I have broken par on like a 6,000-yard course when it's, basically driver pitching wedge every single hole for me. I can hit a golf ball. The one thing I can do is I can hit a golf ball. So I don't know what to do. So tell me what you think I should do. Do I go and play hard and show the boss man what I'm capable of doing? Or do I kind of, pull back a little bit and not go crazy and, don't it's his course. It's his course. It's a really nice course in Vegas. I'm really psyched to play it, but I don't know. We'll see. He listens to the podcast, so he'll probably get a bang out of this. As he listens, so maybe he'll listen and tell me what to do. But I've never played with him, so I don't know. He might be really good. If he's really good, then let's play and let's gamble and let's go. That would be fun if he's really good. I don't know. So we'll see how the round goes. I'll update you on the podcast tomorrow night as to how the round goes. By the way, we're playing at the course. If you've ever watched the movie Casino, the movie Casino has a scene where the FBI, a plane, runs out of gas that is monitoring Pesci and De Niro's characters, and it has to land on a golf course because they ran out of gas. We're playing at that golf course in Vegas tomorrow, just FYI. So it's pretty cool. I'm really psyched. It's going to be a lot of fun. All right, let's get to the podcast. You guys can go to BetMGM and use this $20 if you want. You win $100 automatically in free bets if I don't win this. But we're going for an overs Friday. Okay, here's what we're playing. We're playing White Sox over 8.5. White Sox have Carlos Rondon on the mound against the Royals' Keller, and Keller is awful. Keller's ERA is 8.06. Rondon is really good. He pitched the no-hitter, so he's got that .72 ERA. He's 4-0. He's been phenomenal. The teams have played so far this year, 6-0 to win for the White Sox, 4-3 to win for the Royals. We need a big, high-scoring game here. The Royals' last five, it's been 5-4, 7-3, 8-6, 13-4, 11-3, okay? So they've been having high-scoring games. The White Sox have they lost 1-0 to the Reds, but they won 9-0. They lost 5-0 to Cleveland, won 7-3, lost 5-3. So 3 of the last 5 for the Reds have gone over this 8.5 point total. Sorry, for the White Sox have gone over this 8.5 total. And all of the games for the last 5 for the Royals have gone over this. So we're going over 8.5. Red Sox were going over 9 because Erod's ERA is high. He's okay, but I have a feeling that the Orioles are going to score here off Eduardo Rodriguez, and Matt Harvey is awful going for the Orioles. Both these guys have ERAs in the 4s. So far, these guys have played a 3-0, 4-2, but 11-3, 7-3, 6-4, and 14-9. The over 8.5 would have covered in the last 4 games involving the Red Sox and the Orioles. And we're taking the Reds over 8.5 for the Reds here. And I scribbled that down. It's 8.5, right, for the Reds? Yeah, 8.5 for the Reds. Miley going against Plesac. And these are two teams that do score a lot of runs. The Reds are one of the best teams to the over, even though they haven't been scoring a lot lately. So I'm going Reds over 8.5. That's a plus 600 parlay. 3 legs. White Sox over 8.5. Red Sox over 9. Reds over 8.5. 3 legs plus 600 for you if you want to bet the don't bet parlays parlay. But if you use the BetMGM offer, it's $20. It's $100 in free bets, regardless if the bet wins or not. No reason to worry about it. It automatically wins for you, basically, with the BetMGM offer. Okay. Let's talk about my place, and we're going Capitals Flyers, okay? You guys know where I'm going, obviously. This is a total of 6, Capitals Flyers. The over is 4-0 in the last 4 meetings between these two teams. The over is 4-0 in the last 4 meetings between these teams in Washington. The over is 5-1 in the Flyers' last 6 games overall. And for Washington, the over is 5-0-1 in the last 6 games for the Capitals versus a team with a losing record. 8-1-1 in the last 10 for the Capitals as a favorite. That one was the last game where it was 6. They were favored against the Rangers, and it was a 6. It was a push. 6-1-1 in the Capitals' last 8 games following a win. -125, Capitals, Flyers over 6. 125 minus 125 juice. Capitals, Flyers over. Play number 1 for a half a unit. Play number 2, Lakers and the Portland Trailblazers. Okay, look, back-to-backs. Portland is trying to knock the Lakers into the play-in series. This game is a playoff game for Portland. This is a monster basketball game, and I cannot wait to watch this. The line is 5. I was really surprised the line came out and the line's 5 because Anthony Davis, it sounds like he's going to play, and that's why the line's 5, but I don't know. 5. I got 5. Portland -5. No LeBron, no Dennis Schroeder, and no Anthony Davis, maybe Anthony Davis. Even with Anthony Davis. Did you see that Lakers team tonight? They were awful. Portland's got everything coming at them, and the numbers, Portland is 36-30 to the number. Lakers are 25-41 to the number. Lakers are 4-6 over their last 10 to the number. Portland is 7-3 to the number over their last 10. At home, the Portland's 15-17 to the number at home. Lakers are 11-22 to the number on the road right now. Give me Portland. Portland -5 all day long here. I'm hoping you guys get to this number quickly because I think this number is going to climb fast. I would play this up to 7, maybe even up to 8. I think Portland's going to kill the Lakers tonight. And I don't know, why would Anthony Davis play? Why would you play him? I mean, what's the point? I mean, get him healthy. It's way more important to have him be healthy than it is to have him play a meaningless game against Portland, pretty much, because you're in the playoffs. It's just, are you in the play-in game or not, play-in tournament or not? And it sure looks like they're going to be in the play-in tournament. I mean, my goodness gracious. And then one more play to get to coming up here, and I'm going baseball, and I have not been very successful in baseball, but I do like this spot here, and it's the White Sox. We talked about the over 8.5 for the White Sox here already, but the White Sox are taking on the Royals, and the Royals are not good, and Carlos Rondon is going here. I'm going to hope that the over is driven by the White Sox because I'm betting the run line here for the White Sox at +105 against the Royals. As I mentioned, the first game of the year, 6-0, and the Royals came back and won 4-3. But given where the White Sox have been, I know there's been some injuries here, and obviously, Luis Robert is hurt. So is, Jimenez. They got guys who are banged up. But I think there's enough offense with Yermin Mercedes and Jose Abreu to hit a bad pitcher in Brad Keller and score enough here to win this game. And I'm taking the White Sox, who are 7-7 on the road, versus the Royals, who are 8-9 on the road. I think Rondon gives up like 1 or 2 runs, and I hope it's going to be like a 7-2 win here for the White Sox. And so because of that, and I told you about the parlay, we're betting the over 8.5. I need the White Sox to score, and so why not bet the run line here and go half a unit on the run line for the White Sox and the Royals. White Sox on the road, but like the White Sox to have a chance to put up some runs here and get to the run line. So White Sox run line against the Royals at +105 for a half a unit. Okay, so we're gonna have the player props in the Discord channel later on today. I'm playing golf, so it may be, I don't know, probably right when I get off the air, probably around like 4 o'clock Eastern, is when I will go ahead and give you guys the NBA player props. 2-0 yesterday. Hopefully we keep that going with another 2-0 day on Friday. Capitals, Flyers over 6 at -125. Portland -5 against the Lakers, and the run line at +105 for the White Sox. And the Royals are the 3 plays for a half a unit going for the podcast. And again, the parlay, don't bet parlays, 3-12 overall historically, so technically still up with a $100 bet, but this should be a $20 bet from you using the BetMGM promo code JUICE100. White Sox over 8.5, Red Sox over 9, Reds over 8.5. It's a +600 bet, 3 legs for us for the Don't Play Parlays parlay on a Friday. My name is Matt Perrault. You can follow me on Twitter at SportsTalkMatt each and every morning. It's the Daily Juice Podcast here on BettingPros.com, brought to you by BetMGM.